Greetings! My name is Cosmic, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am bringing you a bonus video in my How to Build a Historically Inspired Castle series. I will show you all how to build a new and improved design for the roof of the Don Jon, aka the Great Tower. Back when I first built Castle Kaer Amel, I wasn't really happy with this roof design. It felt a little squished at the bottom, but I couldn't figure out how to improve on it at the time. Then recently, when I was designing builds for a future video, I ran into the same problem. I really wanted to improve, so I went online looking for inspiration. At first, I didn't find anything I liked, but then I remembered one YouTuber from years ago who was basically my first inspiration for building in Minecraft. I don't believe he is active anymore, but his name is Madness64. He is an old school Minecraft builder who created these beautiful structures with an emphasis on medieval realism. I took inspiration from his tutorials on how to build medieval towers, and I have designed a new roof for my Don Jon, and I am much happier with this design. I highly recommend checking out his channel if you're looking for inspiration too. You may pause the video now if you need an image to look at to help you better understand the design. Otherwise, you may follow along in the building process. This intro has probably gone on long enough, so let's get started. Alright, here we are. We're going to build the new and improved roof of the Don Jon. But first things first, we have to take down the old one. Just break any blocks that are made of deep slate tiles. Leave everything else. Okay, now that we have removed the old roof of the Don Jon, let's get started putting on the new one. So the new roof is going to be made of the exact same materials as the old one, deep slate tile blocks, stairs, slabs, and walls, just a much better design, like I mentioned, inspired by Madness64. Just mostly adjusted to fit the diameter of the highest room of this tower. First things first, going to take the deep slate tile blocks and place them on top all the way around the tower. Like such. And then we'll take deep slate tile stairs and place them on the front of these blocks on the flat, I don't know how to describe this, the flat edge of the tower or just the wall of the tower. Just like that. And then we'll take deep slate tile slabs and put them in the corners, the rounded corners, or sort of rounded corners. So you get... did we get this slab? Nope, we haven't yet. So we can get a nice overhang all the way around the tower. Alright, now we're going to focus on just building up the sides of the tower, then we'll come in and fill in the corners all the way around. So first thing we do is we're going to take more deep slate tile stairs and put them on top of the row of 5 blocks. I'm going to come into the middle, take more deep slate tile blocks and place them on the back of the stairs we just placed down. And then we'll take deep slate tile blocks and place them on the middle 3 blocks on all sides, and then we'll take stairs, place them on top of the blocks we just placed down. Then on these sides we're going to place stairs facing into the 3 blocks that we placed down earlier, just like that. I'm going to come inside again into the middle, place blocks on the back of the 3 stairs, and next we're going to place a single deep slate tile block on the top of the 3 blocks, and then we'll take deep slate tile stairs, place them in this arrangement so we got one on top facing towards the center of the tower and then one on either side facing into that single block. And so far, as you might be able to see, we're getting a nice inward angle on both sides. As you may have already noticed, it's the same pattern repeating but getting smaller as we get higher, so we can get to a nice sharp peak. Next, we take deep slate tile blocks, once again, put them on the back of the stair we just placed, or the top stair we just placed. Place another block on top, and a deep slate tile stair on top of them as well. And from here, we're basically just repeating the same process without any change until we get to the very tip of the roof. Just place a block on the back of each of these stairs, place a block on top, another stair on top of those same blocks, place a block in the middle so we can close off the tip of the roof. Then we'll place 2 full blocks on top. Then we'll take 3 walls right on the top so we can get a nice sharp point for the roof. And already I am so much happier with this roof. It just looks a lot fuller. Like as I described in the intro, it's not as squished at the bottom and like in the midsection too. The top of it was pretty okay, but now it just feels like much more consistent. And it still has that realistic design that I mentioned, where the lower portion of the roof is shallower, whereas the higher portion of the roof is steeper, but it just looks so much better. And I'm happy I found Madness64's channel and his videos to help me come up with a better roof design to share with you guys. I cannot thank him enough. Like I said, he was my first inspiration for building in Minecraft. But enough being sappy, let's fill out these corners. Alright, I think I'll do this one corner at a time, so we'll fill out this whole section and then I'll just do the rest to be not as confusing. So we're going to come to one of these corners, and these 2 blocks right here that is directly on top of the stone underneath. I'm going to place a stair facing that way and that way. Then we're going to come inside, place a block in between those stairs. So we got stair, block, stair, and then a slab right on top. Going to come inside again, put a stair on either side of the slab. That was probably the best way to explain that. The slab you just placed down, put a block on either end. Then you put another stair facing towards the sides like that. Take another block, put it in between those 2 stairs. That is a little confusing to look at. Sit outside for a moment, find the slab, find the 2 stairs directly above the slab. Keep your eyes on the stairs, put them right in between like that. And then a slab on top of that. And similar to the rest of this roof, it's a very repetitive process, but it helps create more uniformity in the roof. So once again, the slab, put a block on either side of the slab, then a stair on top of those blocks. And then here, when we get to the very last little gap of this roof, we're going to get inside, put a block in between those 2 stairs. And what we'll do now is place a full block on top of that one, and then a slab on top of that. Help close it off and give a very nice sloped design to the roof. I am super happy with it. I cannot express that enough. But there you go. I'm going to go time-lapse the other 3 sides, and then I got one little extra detail I got for you guys that will help improve this overall design even more. Stay tuned. Just one little thing to comment on before I finish this last part. You probably don't have to come back in and out so much. It probably is less confusing if you follow these instructions instead. Place down stairs, place down a block in between them, and place a slab on top, and then place a block on either side of those slabs. That way you don't have to come out, place down the slab, come back in, place down those blocks. You do have to come back out so you can get the correct directional, so you can place down the stairs in the correct direction. But this way you're not coming in and out, coming in and out. I feel like this might be a little more convenient for you guys. Just a little extra tip there, something I just discovered myself right now. But there we go. That's the complete new and improved roof of the Don Jon. Alrighty, now we're on the inside of the highest room of the Don Jon, and I have a new, well, not a new, but an extra detail of interior we can add to the ceiling of the Don Jon. Now, ignore the glowstone. The glowstone is just there to help provide better lighting for you guys to be able to see the new interior, because otherwise all this super dark rock would just make it very hard to see in the video. Basically what we're adding are these wooden beams to help support the roof of the Don Jon, and I think it just adds a little extra character to the inside of the roof. I know Minecraft doesn't need structural support for most of its building blocks, but adding that extra sense of realism is very appealing to me, and it's kind of vacant in a lot of builds, I feel. I mean, it's not bad to not have it. Obviously, it's just a video game, but just for somebody who appreciates little details like that, I think it's pretty cool. So what we need are deep slate tile blocks, the full blocks, spruce planks, spruce stairs, and that's actually about it. Like I said, just ignore the glowstone. So what we're going to do is we're going to take spruce stairs, and we're going to start On the topmost blocks of the main body of the tower, made of andesite, stone bricks, whatever you used, place an upside down stair on the most central block. This one, I just checked my example over there, and we're just going to leave the iron bars as such. We're not going to put an upside down stair in that space. What we're going to do next, place spruce planks on top of those upside down stairs and put it on top like that. This is a little awkward, but you can mess around with it if you really want to. I mean, honestly, you could maybe just do... That is not such a bad... That wouldn't be so bad. I might mess around with that a little later. I will leave it like this for now. Anyway, then we take another upside down spruce stair, place it right on top of that, or on the side of that block. Take more spruce planks, bring them up until you meet the deep slate tiles. Take another stair. Hopefully this glowstone isn't too distracting. Actually, let's get on top of it. That should do. Bring up more spruce stairs up until you get to the next deep slate tile, and then more upside down stairs as such. And now we're come to a point where they're meeting at the corners. And up here you can just fill in the sides with deep slate tile blocks or whatever blocks you want to use so that mobs don't spawn in these little spaces. And then do the same thing all the way down to here, and then take some spruce planks to... This last block should... I'd prefer to be spruce planks so that it has a nice connecting beam, a nice connection running to each of the beams. I'm not sure how to explain that. It's more visually pleasing than that. It just makes all this look connected. And that, well, I mean, that's it. Just some wooden beams. I forget the actual proper name for that. I'll put it, if there's a proper name, I will put it in the text on the video, but just some wooden supporting beams to help brace up the roof. Now, I'm just kind of considering, you could just put a slab there and just make that completely flush. That actually doesn't look bad. You know what? Put a wooden spruce slab right there. That actually improves that a little bit. And as for the iron bars that make up the walls of the prison cells of the Don Jon, I'm just going to leave them as they are. I removed the one little bar that was sticking out right here, like that. I'm just going to remove that, leave the rest. I think it looks fine as it is, and this I don't think is really that important. It's mostly just this outer wall to help to keep the prisoners in. This little short bit probably wouldn't contribute too much. I think it's fine as it is. I'm not going to think too much about it. But that concludes the new and improved interior design of the roof of the Don Jon. I'm very happy with this one too. I think it just looks a lot better, and it helps create a little more contrast. Like, it's not, the ceiling is not so bland. It's got a different color added to it, and it makes it look a lot more structurally sound, and I just really like it. So that should do it. And that is all for this video. Just a quick little video making a massive improvement on Castle Kaer Amel. I personally think the roof of the Don Jon looks far better now. Please let me know in the comments if you agree. Also leave a like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for future videos. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, farewell.